And this is my timey-wimey detector. It goes bing when there's stuff. And with that, we're off. This is your Doctor Who quote of the day, and I see somebody screwed up the camera settings, so let me quickly take care of that before we get started here. Hello, and with that, I think I finally got most of the setup done. Had a bit of stress here, so I don't know. Yeah, if you're here, welcome. If you're not, you can still catch it after the fact. Hi. Yeah, so today we're going to attempt to build something or design something that I can later build. Specifically, we want to deal with this neat little device that I'm using as a stream monitor as well here. This is an Asus ROG Z13. That's my current tablet of choice that I use to either remote into via my Mac to do some game development or use it directly. But I also want to use it for gaming, and there's no buttons on it. There need to be buttons on it. So what I was thinking is there these, oh come on, there's these JoyCon-y things here, right, where you can like take them apart, and then these have buttons. You see those? So we're gonna have a look at how we need to design this. So these buttons go on that tablet. Let me see here if I can show you this better. Like so. And then still are able to hold the sizable 1.2 kilos in weight. So that's going to be exciting. The more exciting part for me though is that I want to do this in Fusion 360. Fusion 360 is a CAD program, so it's a parametric CAD program. That's quite different from what I am used to using to do my designs. I have been using Blender, and while Blender is nice, it is not quite ideal to do things that are mechanical, parametric, and so on. And I've had, let's say, issues where I want to design something, and then I need to change the measurements of one end, and if you are working with polygons, it gets really difficult to just make some simple changes. Much less like if you want to do things like bevels and chamfers and all this stuff. There are so many things that Blender is not designed to do. So we're gonna look at doing this in Fusion 360, and I'm just gonna dive in and gonna try to design something here. I'm not sure if I can, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's the plan anyways. In the meantime, if you're in chat, if you arrive, let me know. Yeah, that's basically it. If you can let me know if you're there, I am sure to answer your questions as well. One thing I also want to do here that I need to do anyways is I need to run a print. I mean, you can already see it there, the little printer with the head there. That's what we're building Saturdays. Saturdays 7 to +4 to +8 hours. We're streaming builds This Voron V0 being the first one that we completed, that we managed to get into a printing state. We're going to do others. The next one is likely either going to be a solid fork or an NX K3. So Saturdays 7 p.m. to whenever we feel like it, Central European time, or 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. Eastern, East Coast, or 9 a.m. West Coast, if you ever want to catch a stream. The point being, this needs to be broken in. It needs to get at least 10 to 15 hours of printing under its belt, and for that, so we can actually do the input shaper calibration that we want to do next weekend. So need to get that started real quick. Yeah, things were quite hectic today. But I did manage to set you up a good printer cam, so if I'm boring, then you can at least look at the print and how that's going. We do have to sacrifice the NX cam though, because yeah, it's the same phone. It's the same amazing phone. And yeah, if you're here, let me know how the music is. If I talk stupid shit, let me know. If you're spotting errors I'm making, let me know. I'm definitely interested in learning. This is a learning excursion for me, just as much as it, I hope, can be somewhat entertaining, somewhat informational and interesting for you. If not, please complain. Internet is for complaining. Ooh, and I think I can't get the frickin' network cable out of the printer. And is it too short? Is it too short? Is it going to be too short? No, it's actually perfect. Perfect. Let me see here. So yeah, that's the plan anyways. We're gonna start a print real quick, and once the printer is going, we're gonna jump into Fusion and we're gonna see what's what. Yeah, let me take you along. Let me take you along here. Fuck. My stream controller just disconnected. It chooses the absolutely best time for that, obviously. Fusion is there, that's not what we want. Some of the upcoming prints, I think we're just gonna go for the hex grid here as a first print to break in that printer. I need something for the side there, so that's gonna be it. And I noticed that the that the printer camera definitely needs some work. So let's connect to our device. Let's look at it. Ooh, and it is up and it has connected, I think. No, it hasn't. Because we made some magic with virtual machines last time, and we still need to start that. There we go. Yeah, lots of magic with virtual machines. If you were present for the last stream, I am sorry the audio cut out when we went over this. but I will make it a point to go over it again, so everybody knows how they need to access their printer safely. For now, I'm hoping that this thing comes up soonish. There we go. That looks better. I'm gonna start this print real quick, so that's an hour 8 minutes. We need 2 of those. Should be fine. And there the printer goes. Yeah. So how do we start this? The idea that goes through my mind, and if somebody already finds fault with that, put it in the comments while you're down there. Share, like, subscribe. By the way, this can be watched by either going to YouTube or to Twitch. So if you're on either platform, feel free to let me know how that's going. I had a discussion with my ISP earlier, and actually complained that the streaming bandwidth wasn't as great as they promised. So there may be some hiccups here and there. Anyways, let's maybe look at the explanator mode real quick. And that is far too... Well, we'll make it work. There to there. Oh, that's actually pretty good. So we have this device here, right? This is our tablet, and it has these ridges here. By the way, I don't only suck at CAD design, I also suck at drawing. I'm a programmer, so sue me. The idea would be that we have some kind of a rail here that then has like a bit of a cover here. This is at least what I've seen from research I did to cradle the device, and that then, oh wait, I already am making mistakes here. This is actually straight, not curved. That we then lean that, or like clamp that against this straight part, right? Have that maybe even go over here. Go here, close that off, and have a big old hole here that clamps directly onto these edges, onto these corner pieces here. So these I'm basically referring to. If we can clamp it right there, that gives us one point of security. We're definitely going to hide this USB port, but the idea is to have it down here. So if we look at our device from the top, that may be the better idea. We have these corner pieces here, right? I'm just gonna draw one. We basically want to clamp against this and till the middle, maybe cover this, maybe not, and then have our gamepad somewhere there. Well, it is a bit too big, but you get the idea, right? With our knob and our controller first. That's the basic idea of what we want to build. Now we also want to stabilize this, and we want to distribute the forces here a bit. So there's the other side. There you go. With our other defect. So what we also want to do is connect these on the back somehow. Right, we may be able to connect them here for stability, but I'm not sure I want to. I definitely want to connect them here with some kind of a steel or aluminum rod, potentially. I don't know, well, something like that, just to give it some stability. We will also run into issues where, like, we will need to be somewhat careful in how we print this, in which direction. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. That is going to be interesting. Yeah. What else? What else? Yeah, that's basically it. The one thing that we will need to look out for, by the way, that I really need to wrap my head around, because I have never done that, is if you 3D print something, it is weakest if you have forces pulling this way. Right, because it pulls apart the layers. It is stronger if you push, but the most strength you get in this direction, I think. And I have never done that. This is all assumptions that I have yet to validate. I didn't look that up on purpose, because otherwise it wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be an adventure of sorts. So yeah, let's do it this way. And that basically means that this blue 1.5 kilos device will push down on an angle. So let's maybe. Ooh, I actually have erasers on those. That's nice. So let's go here. This is our device, right? So and we want to have our gamepad something like this, sitting there with a bit of an overhang on the front. And the force of it needs to both go this way if we're holding it in front of us, like you're sitting on a train, or even like this if I'm on the couch, right? So both of them need to be possible, and it's going to be somewhat challenging to make sure that aligns with the layers that we discussed down here. Now there's one more challenge, and that is that I do not want to have to take off the controllers when I'm kickstanding it. So the Z13, just to give you a bit of a better view here, the Z13 has a kickstand here, which means that if we want to reuse that, we are going to have the stabilization bar that I talked about earlier around here, above the hinge. So that's going to be another challenge. Now today's goal, and I'm not even sure we can achieve that because it involves me Googling things, looking up tutorials, and so many tutorials nowadays are in form of videos that it's probably going to be hard to do this simply on stream. But we'll see. We'll make it work. Yeah, but that's basically the idea. That is the idea. Let me quickly see if I can fix the printer cam though. Because sorry, it's annoying me. It is annoying me that I didn't get to properly fix that before. Bit further down, I guess. Yeah, anyways, if you're in chat, let me know. Say hi in chat. If you're in chat anyways, maybe give us a like. We definitely need to get that algorithm to be a bit kinder to us. There we go. We'll leave it at that. We will leave it at that. Also need to check why that printer is not printing. That's an interesting one. So let me see what we can game here. Oh, okay. Okay. So that might be a problem with our setup here. Going to use filament 13, which is our PLA. Let's see what we set here. We set 230, so that's good. Let's see if that does it. Not sure, I might have fiddled with the configs too much. You know how that goes. You think you can do things better. Ooh, yeah, I see. I see. I see, that is actually a problem. So let's go back here. That's definitely a recipe for disaster. We obviously can't print this without setting the extruder temperature. And by the way, yeah, if we can, we may as well print it on this. So that would be cool. Getting it into two maximum 12 by 12 centimeters envelope pieces, and then connecting those via a I don't know, threaded rod. Well, threaded rod might not be the thing to do. Might be somewhat uncomfortable. But yeah, something like that. So again, this is the idea. Controllers with the JoyCons there. We will need to look at and measure the device today. Again, it's going to be just a slow stream of me getting a bit comfortable with Fusion, and then designing the Z13 itself, at least the parts we need in Fusion, so we can model the controller brackets around it next time. I hope, or start next time. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right. So, first things first. Let's get into Fusion. Gonna take you with me. There it is. So, as far as I understand it, Fusion works on sketches. So we need to know how big our object is, what the dimensions are, and then we need to sketch them. For that, I will, whoops, throw things around here. We'll need to use some measuring tools. Let me see here. So we got this one. And let's go to this camera here so you can actually see. Or let's even go to this one. There you go. Now we're looking pro. And some precision calibers. And what we have here is a device that is a bit more than 30 centimeters wide. We're actually going to use something where we can register against, where we can probably assume that these are roughly equal. So let's just measure against those, and I'm going to start from 1 here so I can better measure against that that surface, and then measure to 31.3, I guess. Yeah, so that's 30.3 centimeters, or 303 millimeters. At the same time, we have a height of, and this time we can't actually use that same trick. We'll need to like rest it against its edge here. And let me get this out of the way. Rest it against the edge to get this straight. And we have about 208 millimeters high. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to add ourselves, I guess, a new component, it's called here. Those are the views. That's going to be the first challenge. I did watch somebody design something before, so I know that this basically organizes in components. I do know that I have this cube here that enables me to look at different directions that now I got screwed up. So actually, yeah, I guess we want to look at it from the top, although I actually want to have it in a different direction. So I think we can also, yeah, that's how you do it. You can actually also drag over this box, and then you can freely rotate until you find a direction that roughly suits you and go from there. And let me put this up a bit higher. I don't like that. Sorry, I'm fiddling around here. I guess that will have to do. Anyways, let me know if you're here. Let me know if you're here, if you're in chat. Otherwise, I am going to do this without you. We need to add a new component. So how do we do this here? How do we add a new component? There we go, new component. And yeah, I guess internal's fine. I have no idea what all that means, but I'm guessing that is not something we want. We are going to name that and the printer just went completely blur. That's nice to hear. Let's move the Z13 aside again. So we want to name this Z13 body. We're going to not have that parented anywhere. Oh, we actually need to parent it somewhere. So I guess we want to select that, activate, and there we go. That is our new component. The idea here would be to, if you remember the Z13, to do this in a somewhat modular fashion. Where, no, actually, I want you to see that, where we have this component model and then have these, for reference, these top ones we will do as well, but I assume that these and the way they are oriented This one is just a 90 degrees clockwise rotation of this. This being mirrored from this, and this then being 90 degrees counterclockwise rotated. So that's basically what we want to model as one of these and the main body, so we can then play with that. We also want to model the hinge as a separate piece. Right, so that. So we're gonna have 3 components, I guess. And that should be enough. Let's actually create those. Oh no, let's not, because I always do things too hastily and then I need to do it again. So let's work with this. Now the next thing I think we need to do is create some kind of a body here. And I think that works by doing sketches. Sketch, center diameter in a circle, 2-point rect. I think that one. Oh, that actually asks us to select a plane to work in. So we selected the top bottom plane, which is exactly what we wanted. And now we need to select one and the other, and can now no, we only want one. And now we want to edit our dimensions. The question is, how do I do that? How do I edit my dimensions here? Oh, did that actually cancel our operation? Yeah, of course. So let's try this again. We want to create a sketch. We want to do it in this plane. I actually want to create a 2-point rectangle. Oh, that's actually practical. And we want this to be 20.8 by 30.3. Ooh, I did it. Nice. So that's our sketch. I think what we can do now is we can now extrude that. I'm just gonna check on the print real quick. I think we can actually look at it from the side now, so we see what happens. Let's test this extrude thing. New body sounds like what we want to do. We have one selected. Now what is preventing us from extruding that? What is preventing us from extruding that? Oh, by the way, give me just 1 second here. I need to, I'm gonna put you on the printer cam here. I need to fix the description for the Twitch people. My Twitch people need to see what they're getting themselves into. Very important. Very, very important. So there, dear Twitch people. And I'm gonna take you back with me. Although I do need to switch to that. Now we want to extrude. Oh, and I just noticed how we're gonna do this. So we need to enter a extrude distance there, but that means we need to figure out how thick this thing is, and that's not going to be easy, because let me show you this from the side. You can see it here. There is stuff on the other side. And the first thing we would need to figure out is, of course, which stuff is going to interfere with us and which isn't. We also need to figure out how we want to press against it. And the idea, of course, this is oh wait, this is on its head now, right? This is the hinge. This is the bottom. We want to press against this corner. We want to leave this hinge able to move, and we want to brace against, basically along this line up to the top, over the top with a bar. So we have something that the device can rest on, like a steel bar somewhere here. Can I maybe zoom that out even further? No. Alright, so along this line we want to have a steel bar. These are going to interfere with it, maybe, but I doubt they will, because we're going to do this really close here. We're going to try to do this really close here anyways. and then down the side here. Again, this connector will not be there. I'm just going to use the other USB connector, which is just above here, which is, by the way, also a reason why we need to keep our crossbar here really flat, is because there's barely a finger's width that we have space to mount that before we obstruct use of the USB port. Yeah, so that's the idea, anyways. But that also gives us an idea here on what's obstructing our mount. We need to make sure to have a separate piece here to press against this part of the housing, so we have more surface contact. And what we can do is we can actually make it so we can hook the device here by sliding it in there and then push it in here so it lies flat against this and then gets tightened down by the crossbar up here. And that way we don't even need to connect it down here, and we leave all the ports free, which is really good, because then this may be a consideration here still. I haven't thought about that all that much, because the keyboard connects here, and are you shitting me? Connect here, please. Oh, I am an idiot. Of course it needs to connect the other direction. And this barely leaves us any space here. So if we want to make this happen and we want to use the face this side as a bracing area, then we're likely going to need this piece to be just shy of I'd guess like 5 millimeters thick. Let's check it out. And that's magnetic, so that doesn't help. Yeah, just 6 millimeters thick, which is still plenty. It's still plenty. You can still do a lot with that amount of space. And it would be nice to support the keyboard being on here. So let's make that an additional goal. We'll need to, well, actually we just measured it. So if we go 5.5 millimeters on either side, that should be fine. Let's confirm that just for my peace of mind. Yeah, that's 595. So I guess they did pretty well with engineering this. This is I'm not sure if those are tight tolerances, but I'm kind of surprised that this is barely a millimeter off. Anyways, let's get rid of the keyboard here. We don't need that at the moment, so we got our measurements here, so we're good on that front. Okay, but yeah, that's the game plan. So what we need to measure is the thickness of this against the screen. Let's do that. Let me see if I can show you this properly. Let's use the other side. It's more convenient. Actually, it's not, but let's do it anyways. So we want to measure against the screen, and we want to push this in so it lies flat against the edge. that is not actually lying flat against the edge, but I can actually also just register it flat against this. So that's 15.5, which would then be 15.5 millimeters. And you see what I did wrong here? For some reason, this is not coming out the way I thought it would. That's way too high for the values we entered. And this is where the whole Fusion 360 thing comes in. We need to fix our values here, and we actually can by editing our sketch here. And this is supposed to be 303 millimeters. And this is supposed to be 208 millimeters. And now we're talking. Let's center this. Actually, if you know whether it's better to have this aligned to the origin or to have this centered around the origin, let me know. I have no idea. I would be very curious to find out how to move this though. How do I move this? Oh, and I think I actually need to move this to the origin too. Can I set it? I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm gonna figure it out though. How can I move this sketch? Right look pan, zoom window. Well, oh, and yeah, something we definitely want to do is of course save that. Oh no, I am an idiot. This is actually the origin for our Z13. That's what we want. Oh wait, you can't see shit. This is the origin for the Z13, so that's fine. What we need to figure out here is how we can move this sketch. Let's give it a name. Interesting. And sorry if this is not very interesting, but it's my first time. You know how your first time is. Still getting used to the whole thing. Is that it? Okay. Ooh. Perfect, that's what we wanted. I have no idea what I did, but I did it well. Now we have our object in the center, and this is exactly the corner we want to edit, so let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Now this is our base tablet. That looks kind of right. I already like that. What we now need to do, and that's probably the more difficult part, is we can either cut out the little piece in the back, like you remember this part here. We can either cut that out, or we can make the body thinner and model it instead. The question would be, how do we best do this? The same, by the way, goes for this edge. I guess we need to do another sketch. I mean, it is a cutout. Although, I mean, if I do it as a cutout, how would they have designed this? How would they have designed this? I mean, it looks like a Boolean operation, but I'd want to also have this rounded corner up here. Well, actually, the rounded corner doesn't matter at all for us. So the idea would be to... I think I want to model that separately. So I'm going to make the back thinner. Right? We measured our 13.5. Need to make sure that we measure that correctly. Oh, it's actually a bit less, 13.24 against that. 13.2. Okay, so we need to adjust that anyways, and then we're going to, at the same time, 13.6. 15.2 and 13.6. And this is definitely good for the device if I'm just checking it while it's running. So yeah, there you go, internet. 13.6 it is. Let's go here. And let's edit this extrude. And I'm already loving this. I'm already loving this. Now that's 13.6. You have no idea how much of a difference that is to Blender. Now we're gonna do this edge, this corner, and we need another sketch, I guess. We want the sketch to be in this plane again. And by the way, I'm not sure why that isn't in. Didn't we just move that earlier? Didn't we just move that earlier? How the hell is that supposed to work? Oh, that would actually, and this is, by the way, something that's completely alien to me until now. This whole parametric thing. Means that anything I do here needs to be another build step. So if I were to just go and move this after the fact, it's actually not something I want to do because that might influence other build steps afterwards. I'm kind of tempted to just redo the whole thing. Yeah, I guess. Now I need to know how to delete shit, but again, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm trying to figure it out. And move that there. What I would actually want to do here is modify this sketch. That I can't. Let's press escape for a couple of times, which already helps because whatever mode we were in, we're not any longer. And we want to edit this sketch, and there we go. Now, do we need to? Aha. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now we go there. We added another sketch, and that's the one we want to now edit, which means that the first thing we need to do here, well, let's just delete this step. I'm just gonna press escape again. And it doesn't let me. Okay, so we can figure this out. Oh, we need to finish the sketch probably before we can delete it. That worked. Nice. So when I create an object, I go into a kind of edit mode. And once I'm in the edit mode, I can't do things on an object level until I finish it. That's good to know. That means that I should now be able to rotate this to the top and be able to create a new sketch in that plane, please. And we need to measure our Z13 again. Now this is a part where I think it would be nice to have a background image so we can actually shape this correctly. So let's quickly take care of that. Let's check if we can find a background image for the Z13. Oh, and of course we're going to look at the Acronym version. Let's see if we can find a proper straight-on picture of the back. Almost. And this needs to be fairly accurate. We need it to be fairly accurate because we want to model after it, and we can still do measurements, but we don't exactly That looks almost good. That looks almost good. And by the way, changing that SSD is so freaking easy. I put a 2 terabyte in here. The only sad thing about it is that they didn't actually go for a larger SSD, so you don't get a DRAM cache one. But yeah, can't have everything. Sold. Let's save that image. Huh. Okay. There we go. Let's put it in the pictures here. see if we can add a reference image in here somewhere. Oh, and our printer's done. So let's quickly look at that. Let's see what it came up with. Well, for dirt cheap printer kit, this even has some flex to it. Nice. I like it. Let's do it again. We need another one. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3, maybe 4 even. And of course we want to add the bed sheet here to the printer again. And print. There you go. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I want to, like, I'm not sure. Let me see here. No, you can't see it on that camera, but you can see it on that camera. And see this? See this? That needs to go. That definitely needs to go. And the thought here is to just go matrix. Have these hexes mounted there. Then the next print would be a, I guess, set of inserts to these, and yeah, then we could even do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might actually be the thing to do. Yeah, I think we can do 6. And then once we have those mounted, mount the tools. Get those tools mounted. And a bit out of the way, because A, it looks better on a set than this mountain there. And B, I finally know where shit is when I need it. Yeah, so that is going to be interesting. Did I send this already? Did you go and... Yes, our printer is already warming up. If you're interested... Wait. Why are you taking 33 minutes? That sounds wrong. That would be weird. Well, if it says so, it says so. I mean, we didn't take an hour to set it up, so it can't just be a half an hour since we started. I'd be rather surprised if it was. Yeah, let me take you along here so you see what I'm looking at. I'm just checking speeds and feeds and the object material assignment. Okay. That is not slow. That is not slow at all. And I mean, it looks fine. But I'm pretty sure the other one took longer. Let's check that real quick because it's making me nervous. If it does things like that, it's definitely making me nervous. So Centaur, speed test, retractions. Let's reload that real quick. I guess it's one of the last ones, right? It's the right temperature. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I want to see what happens here, because this is definitely not gonna go well. But it's content, so let's see what happens. I already made sure that I don't poison myself, so the extruder temps are correct. The air purifier is running. Well, actually, let me check that. Stupid app control thing. And it is PLA, so we should be good. We should be good. Okay, continuing on here. Continuing on. We were about to create an amazing new sketch, and we actually need to finish that amazing new sketch. And need to add a background first. So how do I add a background in Fusion? I mean, it is doing it. I'm really surprised that that is doing what it's supposed to. Actually, let me get this a bit higher here. Why is that sagging? So there we go. Anyways, there we have our main problem. Most of the information nowadays is packaged in video format, and obviously we don't want that because we want to do this live and we want to read things. Solution, toolbar, open the insert drop down, select canvas, okay. That sounds like what we want. From the toolbox, oh, insert, oh, not inspect, insert, canvas, and we want to insert from our local computer. We want to go to pictures and we want to, oh no, even that was like, why is that a WebP? We'll need to go to our handy dandy file browser. Going to put that there. Oh, actually, I want to put it there. And we're going to open that. And now that we have it, and that's actually really good. That looks like a pretty accurate image. So let's take that and let's duplicate that. Let's call it something else, and let's save this, and this should allow us to make it a PNG. There we go. Now we have a PNG, and with the PNG our Autodesk should be happy. So let's go here, add the PNG, and we want to add this in origin XY, not XZ. So let's click select again here, X0, Y0, angle 0. Oh, we can actually, yeah, that's a good idea. We can select that, and then we should actually be able to scale that, although it let's say we have this at 0, 0. No, 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 no. Give it back. Give it back. Thanks. Are these the alignments? That's movement. So let's set this to 0, 0, 0. Let's scale that to 3, 3. And let's just use scaling to get this correctly. Shouldn't you be at 150? No, you shouldn't. So where do we need to place this? I mean, the theory would be if this image is centered and the object is centered here as well. Oh, that's the... Oh. We want it this way around. Okay, okay, getting there. Let's zoom in here because I think we need to fine adjust that. So that's still too large. Let's pan around here a bit. Let's exit that and let's try to center the image. That looks pretty good. I mean, it isn't perfect. It isn't perfect, but it's already reasonably good. Let's adjust that on the bottom here. Hello, let me please move you. Let me please move you. Now I need to figure out which button to press to not get snap movement. And probably, somebody's probably gonna go like, what an idiot, while watching this. Because I'm probably doing this all wrong. There's likely a way easier way to do this. But here we are. Here we are. Yeah, if you're here, I can't actually see chat numbers. If you see this and you think, damn it, Paul, you're doing this wrong, let me know. Also, I need to grab something to drink. My throat is kind of getting dry. Oh, print seems to be working though. I'm really surprised because this is basically double the speed of what we had before, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm not quite sure why. It's not like the printer can't do it, but you know. Makes me nervous if it does things that I don't understand and I don't have the time to check them out. But I'm perfectly happy to accept a good print, and if it is not going to be a good print, then I have something to investigate. Well, if it is a good print, I also have something to investigate, so you know how it is. You know how it is, but it would be amazing if that thing actually, if that print actually came out well. Oh, I know. Let me check this real quick. I think it might be the layer height. We might be printing with 32 mils of layer height. Because that may have been a previous setting. No? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here, but I'm very curious to see where the improvement is coming from. It's all filament 13, that's all good. The speed everywhere is about 100? Okay. That's kind of surprising. Oh, we set the outer walls to 100. It's just the first layer. So I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That should have been 60. And if we slice that again. Nah? Oh no, this was supposed to be 3060. There we go. Probably a few other things are way too fast as well, but we'll look at the quality once we see it, because to be honest, it looks like it's doing it. It looks like it's doing it. And this is a reasonably simple model, so. Moving on here, moving on. We're finding squirrels left and right. No, I don't want to do that. Ooh, and that actually escaped me out of the whole thing, so we have to do it again. I'm sorry, this is probably the most amazing, entertaining stream you've ever seen. If you find sarcasm, please keep it. I have enough of it. Yeah, and since we're talking about doing things for me, please like, please subscribe if you deem this worthy. If not, please drop me a comment so I can actually improve. Okay, I have no idea how I did that just now, but it looks almost perfect and it didn't actually snap. Oh, and I can pan. Now this is a user interface that sucks because I can pan left and right because I have an additional mouse wheel, but obviously the main mouse wheel, top bottom, is not for panning but for zooming. Let me see if we can get this to fit better here. Oh, and this is, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoops. I seem to have somehow entered freescaling mode. And I love that I did that, because that will allow me to exactly scale it the way I want it to and exactly the way that it fits our dimensions. But it might be somewhat, I don't know, bad if we now scale that wrong. So let's just go and do this properly. So we want to scale that this big. And we want to maybe set this to 9.5, 9.3. Nah, it's still not good enough. I want this to fit perfectly. And it fits perfectly in the X direction, but let's set it to 0.99. Oh no, actually it fits perfectly in the Y direction. We need to set the X to 0.99. And that fits, finally. Finally, that looks good enough. So, also, and just a thought here. Let's turn that around. Because now we have our corners down here. And now we can exit out of this. And now I can have a quick look at our stream here. By the way, why did that turn around again? I want it exactly that way. No. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. But can't even do that. I want to scale you to minus 1 in Y, and I can't. Why can't I? There we go. Rotate you can. Flip. It seems you can't. So there we go. Now what we actually wanted to do is we wanted to create a little sketch that covers the 1.6 millimeters high ridge here. Just as a small reminder. Right, there's this. Move aside, move aside. There's this little ridge here, and we want to have this modeled as well as the part that then restricts us for our little stand. So yeah, need to do that now. And I am curious to see what the YouTube site looks like. And I'm also curious to see why we're getting so bad performance. I hope the stream isn't actually this bad. Yeah, it looks borderline fine. It looks borderline fine. I'm so glad I told my ISP today that they're causing me problems. I hope they can fix that. In the meantime, let's go on here. So we figured out the background image. We figured out the sketch thing. Let's get a sketch going here. And I think the thing it asks us to do is select a layer again. And now what we want to do here is want to create a spline. We don't want to create the spline fully because well, actually we can. We just model oh no, we want to do this as correctly as possible. So I guess we want to go here, move up and around. We want to go down to I guess this point. Let's just drop it. Let's just. We'll need to add some more points to the spline. And straighten some handles. But we can assume that our device is going to go roughly this way. Now we can zoom in here and adjust our spline. I hope we can. And I want to add more points to my spline now to make it finer. This is going to be a disaster. How do I add another point here? Let's ask the internet. Oh, and we obviously want Fusion 360, not 350, because those extra 10 degrees are really important to us. Oh, insert spline fit point. Did I miss that? Okay. That's. Oh yeah, there we go. But where? But where did it go? Oh, it didn't go anywhere. Yet. let's untangle the mess. So I guess what we want to do here is we want to follow this curve. That looks fine. I really need to look up the shortcuts. Oh no. And we want to insert a spline fit point. Let's click there. Let's also click there. Let's see if we can get this straight. And yes, I'm being a bit OCD about the whole thing. I do want this to fit well though. Why can't I move you? Oh, that was not what I wanted. Are you kidding me? The printer is done again. Oh, and I'm an idiot. Oh, of course, I want you guys to see what I am doing. I hope you didn't have to hang around there and not see me fiddling with the splines. But for the moment, I actually want to look at the results of our print here. So mind you that this printed twice as fast as this. Where the hell's the difference? Okay, so we got our answer. We have our answer. The printer seems to be good. The printer seems to be good. I am rather excited that it is, and I am going to just it is clean. Okay, so we're just gonna do it again. Remember, we need 6 of these. So the question is, how do we print it again? Oh, maybe with the nice button that says reprint. And I like this. I like this a lot. Just gonna do this again. Another bit more than half an hour. Yeah. They seem to have the same strength, so really happy about that. Moving on here to continuing the challenge of modeling our back. I think we want to go here and here. So that's a pretty sharp corner. We want to go further to the side there. So we take the outer edge, not the inner. We want this to be a pretty good fit, but I'd rather have a bit of space. Let me move you. We'll figure you out later. We'll figure you out later. What the hell? If you're wondering, I'm really not good at this. I think we need some more points here. insert, let's put one there, let's put one there, let's cancel out of this. The most problematic thing for me here is that I can't actually see the spline well. And those two being on top of each other is probably not helping. Okay, so I mean, this is one curve. This is one kind of curvature here. So we should get away with 3 points to make this work. And I think I'm getting a seizure here. Not actually, but you know what I mean. In this case, we want to take the inside because that's the inner restriction of what we want to do. I'd rather have some more space to the stand, kickstand. So what else? I mean, this isn't straight, so what I thought we could do is just do this and delete this. But seems like not. I mean, this shows us the radius of this spline. And this is way too long. We shouldn't even need you. Let's fix all that. Let's fix all that. Let's delete you too. Don't need you. And we should be able to this in a position where that overlaps the other one exactly, and that should give us our rounded corner. You'd think. But somehow that's not working the way I think it does. Expected it to. That sucks. I mean, this here looks pretty good. That's already an improvement. But no, I'm not good at this. And yes, I would like to have this in a way where I can better see the spline. I mean, push comes to shove, we can still go insert a new point here. Put that right there. And that should fix most of our problems. Nah. That is so ugly. That better? Yeah, that looks better. And then we're just gonna plaster it with additional points. Which one's that? That's you, that's you, and you're too big. Is what she said, never. Also, by the way, the reason why I'm fiddling around with these dimensions so much is because this will likely be the reference for the part we're later going to build, and the more straight we can get this, the better it is for then modeling the what comes after. I really like how this conforms to the whole thing, but why the hell does the other stuff not? I mean, this behaves exactly how I'd imagine it would. Let's maybe move somewhere else for now. Let's insert one here. Now we got 2 there. Or actually 3. Let's select that. A really sharp corner here. Is that it? Just about. Let's make that a really sharp corner in the other direction. There we go. That's what we want to do. And one of you has to go. I hate splines. I really hate splines. I don't get it. I mean, look at that. Why is that point moving with the rest? Oh, so that's the curvature handle. That's the curvature handle, and this is the tangent handle. So if I make the curvature really small, that gives me a really sharp corner, and as long as I... okay, okay. So again, tangent small. That about 45 degrees. Okay, but that would mean I still don't get it. I still don't get it. I think it would have been better to do an actual tutorial here. Might have been the thing to do. And I'm wondering why my stream monitoring isn't working well. I'm hoping this stream actually works properly. If you're here, put it in the chat. Tell me if the stream is working, because I have no idea. The internet connection says 0.2 drop packets and 0.4 dropped frames due to some encoding issues, which sounds just fine. But I have no idea. I can't reliably check it. So yeah, let me know. If you're here, tell me. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, that's different. I mean, it looks pretty decent, but yeah, I don't like it. Now, how did that go on the back here? That drops off into that lower ridge. So we actually want to model that exactly that way. So there, and let's add another one. Let's put it there. What the hell? I really don't get how these things are supposed to work. I mean, I've calculated these things before in code, but just punching in a formula and letting somebody else do the actual design is actually way easier. Well, it kind of seems wrong, but so the good thing here is that we don't even, and this is something I realized just now, we don't even need to do this as exact right now, because we will constrain our design to this later anyways. So what we should be able to do is should now be able to extrude this. Oh, we can finish the sketch first. And when we extrude this by what was it, 1.6 millimeters from the back. Oh, and I'm an idiot. I am a bloody idiot because I scaled our Z13 wrong. I scaled the outer body dimensions into the inner body. Nope, can't leave it like that. Sorry. Couldn't leave it like that. And yes, I am regretting my decision to do this in Fusion already. And we want to go 1.6 millimeters. That actually looks pretty alright. But obviously we will need to change that once we edit this step and scale our Z13 properly. Nah, need to. And looks pretty good. A bit too large. Let me see here, let me think. This upper part, so the upper part is showing side parts are scaled in and the lower part showing the feed. So what we actually have here is something like this, and then we need to scan this somewhere there. And this somewhere there, and I'm already anticipating a problem here now, because oh, this sucks. Yeah, no, I don't like this. I don't like this very much. Let's apply this though. Let's go apply this. Let's see if we can, how much we're out. Well, it actually looks fine. Ish. Let's fix our aisles here by removing this, because we already had an extrude there, I would guess. Yeah, we actually do. So we don't need another one. And then modifying our little spline here. Again. I hate how much I suck at this. But we'll get there. That's off. Okay. So let's skip because now we have actual corners here and actual things to align to. Let's make that really short. Why the hell can I not move you? Frickin'. Oh, I guess that was our first one, right? That was, I think, of... You know what? Screw this. I can't actually move that. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. But I think I know what to do now. So there. And let's sketch in this plane. And let's do this again. Actually, why didn't I do that before? That is so much easier. So there. Damn. Wow, that was stupid. Also, didn't we print something? Whoops. I should have monitored our print. What happened, little printer? Oh, I know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. Fuck. Okay, that is not good. That is not good. Damn. So, yeah. I think our little printer might have destroyed itself. Or at least its hot end. Because that looks like the nozzle oozed all the filament out the back. Which means that's it for our prints, because that is something I will need to repair on the stream on Sunday, on Saturday. That's no good. Yeah. Oh damn. Oh damn. I hope that does not impact the tool head in any way. But that's a bit of a problem. And by the way, don't do that at home, kids. This is still somewhat hot. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting problem. Not what I want to have, but it is an interesting problem. I guess the nozzle must have shaken itself loose because we had two prints before, worked perfectly fine. And sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here a bit. I just want to see if we can make something happen real quick to fix that, or what kind of a bigger issue that is. Whoa! Nice. Let me have you have some fun here as well. That is our silicon cover. Or might actually not be that bad. Might actually not be that bad. Ouch. I think our silicon body here may have constrained our nozzle and made it so the filament was extruded to its inside instead of the outside. Reason why I think that is because it is a perfect shape of the thing. Okay, okay. I get it. Now obviously that tool head is a mess now. But it's not that bad. Well, we're gonna replace it anyways. So let me hold this down real quick, and I need to get access to my wire brushes that are there. And back up. And I hope this little excursion didn't break anything. But this is what happens with 3D printing. Or what can happen with 3D printing. I should have checked that. Actually, it didn't move. It really was the freaking Let me check that. Yeah, that is in there. Ooh. I really don't want to take that whole tool head apart. But I might have to, because if that stuff cooks in there, that might not be healthy. Oh well, let's do it very quick. Let's do it very quick. Let's see what we can do here. There you go. It's a bit annoying that I have to take off the whole tool head board, but just slightly. I think our screws were in there quite tight. Okay, so that is off. Now we need to take off the constraint in the back here. Just need to screw that out a little, can keep it in there, and the two in the front. There's a tool head. And what we can obviously do now, or not so obvious for anybody watching this, but obvious for me, is we can just pull out these large screws, because those are the only things still keeping the hot end in there. Which means now I need to be a bit careful, because it's named hot end for a reason. Look at that. Look at that. Actually held tight. The problem really was that it oh, this is such a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. I think I'm ruining my thermistor wires here. Let me check that. Yeah, so that is good to know. We will need a we'll probably need a new thermistor here. Okay. That is one frickin' ugly heater block. And this stuff obviously isn't even coming off. The only way I can think of getting that off is heating that up again. But what we can do here is we can just not care. But yeah, if you're interested in this printer kit specifically, if you watch this, this is going to be a topic, because that silicone sock was on there way too loose to begin with. Something I noticed, I just ignored because I was thinking it was going to be fine. Alas, it was not, so now we know better. Now we know better. Need to get a few more things out of here so this doesn't cook completely. Yeah, so that's gonna be a recommendation if anybody gets this printer. Don't use the stock hard end. It's gonna be a mess. But okay, we know what the damage is now. We're going to stop printing, I guess, because to continue I would need to replace the hard end here, and I don't want to right now because that's going to be on the other stream. And that means you go back in there. And then we're gonna just loosely screw that on and be done with you. I should have noticed this earlier, but I guess I was too busy dealing with the frickin' splines. There we go. Let's just loosely tighten you back in as well. And let's get you back on here. And since we're not printing anymore, we can just leave it like this. But I will have to, well, actually I should still have a somewhat suitable heater, but we'll need to PID tune the whole thing again. That is gonna suck. No, we're not gonna do this. So there, that should do it. Let's put this back on. And that is it for this printer for today. I guess we can have our mobile cam back now. Not gonna bother though, not gonna bother. And I guess I will need to keep that as evidence. On the flip side, that means that you get to see more of me fumbling around in confusion, because now, of course, we can disable the whole printer cam. Bam! And away it goes. I am slightly disappointed now. And with slightly, I mean very. In myself as well as the new printer. So there. Okay, here we go. Let me see where we are with YouTube. And whether that is working properly. Yeah, it looks like so. I guess we're fine. Anyways, exploring the sketch thing here some more. The line sketches were actually pretty good, and because the line sketches were pretty good, we can accept those. Don't think we need to do anything more to those at the moment, and if we ever want to follow all the curves, we can follow all the curves some other time. We can still tune this sketch at a later date, as long as we follow its contours when we build the other parts. We should be good. So now we can select this, extrude, and we wanted to again extrude 1.6 millimeters. And that looks so much more like what we wanted. So much more. I guess we're going to do the same thing for our lips there. And these are going to be a bit challenging because they come off the front as well as the back. We will need to build around these, and they have an even higher component in that rubbery thing. So that's going to be a bit of fun. And I guess we can so there's two ways. We could either model them around this whole piece, or we model them as an additive. And I am kind of tempted to model them as an additive part. So oh, and since they are a separate component, we would do so anyways. So what we want to do here is add a new component. Call it corner piece, call the, select the parent here. as the scene, I guess. Wait, let's kill the selection here. And let's select that and activate. Now what we can do here is we can again go sketch, and these have rounded corners, but we don't necessarily care about this being round. We care about no, don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. Let's finish the sketch. The problem that we have right now is that our sketch shows the wrong origin plane, and I don't want that. So let's see if we can get this better. I actually want the origin plane to be. Oh, this is going to be a bit challenging. That's a new skill as well. Let's go sketch. Let's take that plane. And the reason why I want the origin plane here instead of the object is because I may want to do some moving with that, some alignment. Oh no, you know what we actually should do? What we actually should use? I'm kind of guessing that, well, no, I can't even rely on that. Damn. Yeah, let's move on. Let's do it this way. We want to go back to the top. And then I would like to do some line drawing again. And my line drawing on the bottom, I know here's a point, I know there's a point, I know there's a point. Now somewhere there's a point, somewhere here-ish. There's about there, and then close it. That should be the basic shape. Now let's cancel out of that, and let's modify this so it actually fits. And I think if we model it something like this, that should be enough for the first go around. I mean, it's not exact, but it should do the job. I'm kind of curious to see if this really is straight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. So nice. The only thing we still need to measure here then is the height of these. So we're going to, let's go to the top cam here. The way you can use one of these now is by taking the flat surface of what you want to measure against and the flat surface of your calipers and push those against each other. I can actually, if I do it this way, I can actually show you this, maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna figure it out. Oh no, it's gonna be this way around. So I actually want it to be on the other side. And I don't want it to stand on its... So. And now we can use the wheel to push the power port in. That looks like almost 7 millimeters. We can check that actually if we use this side. It says a few more than 7. .5. So why did you not show me 7.5 when I did you this way? You're actually doing that. Paul learns measuring things. Should have been the name of this stream. .33. Not that it matters much, but you know how it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 7.3. So basically that means that this side here needs to be split. Let's see if we can. Can I actually add a constraint here? not what we want. What we want is we want to edit this. Let me edit it. And by the way, I know that I am not doing this the most effective way. I'm just trying to figure it out by myself. I am well aware that I am not a genius and that I will likely need to watch a video at some point about this whole stuff or read some article. Because there's probably people who know this stuff better than me. Okay. I don't get it. And I guess we are slowly nearing the end of the stream as well. I would still like to I mean, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.3. Should be about there-ish. Then we just move that out. Tiny bit more. And that should be enough. Now I would want to, or now we need to extrude this in 2 directions. Let's first finish our sketch. And we need to extrude this both to the top as well as to the bottom, which means that extrude for this, and we need to find out how high these extrusion things are. And in the since we do want to have those rubber things accounted for as well, I'm just gonna do this really roughly by accounting for them when I'm measuring this. So I'm actually going to measure the height with the bumper and just not care. And that's 1.65. So let's extrude that by, I guess it needs to be minus 1.65, right? 1.65. Yeah, I think it needs to be minus. Let's edit that. And we set 1.65. And there's our top corner. Now we can also extrude the surface the other way. And that we will just extrude by the height of the rubber baby buggy bumpers. And those we can... I'm really sucking at this right now. And those are exactly 20 millimeters. So we extruded the one direction by 1.65, 20 millimeters minus 1.65. Leaves us with 18.35, so 18.355, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this should be enough of an approximation for us to work with it. I'm not sure if the distances match, but we can definitely figure that out. And fix that sketch later. What I would want to do now is I would just quickly try to duplicate those objects. Ah, okay, so if we first get out of this mode, I'm starting to understand how this software is supposed to work with its modes and its cancels and its different things it puts you in. I like that it works with actual measurements here, and that I can actually modify steps in between and everything else adjusts. That's definitely cool. Yeah. So that's the move tool. That is not the right axis. No. Oh, okay, so it's the same tool, but I only have the option to create a copy. I don't have the option to create a reference here. No, then we're gonna leave it. Because we're going to design this that way anyways. Should be fine. There we go. Okay, and that's it. I know this was probably not what you expected. This is really hard for me to get used to as well, because I'm used to doing things in Blender. Just to give you a bit of context here on how that actually, how I used to do things. So I'm not even familiar with things like CAD in the first place. But on the other hand, I have some pretty good Blender skills where you can see I know how to move stuff, I know how to focus stuff, and if you look at things like this, this is actually an adjusted piece from the Dutch tool changer that's supposed to go on the salad fork, right? Here's the for. Oh wait, let me maybe make this window a bit more friendly to the stream. A for material for filament inlet for the trident that we're going to put on it at some point, which by the way, the same thing. Trident skirt with an emergency button. Press in, turn out, press in, turn out, right? So that's all stuff that's coming up, and it was all designed in Blender, so that's kind of what I'm used to. The emergency button, by the way, being there. Some skirts that needed modifying, some umbilical guides, and this is what's coming up for the trident. This is actually a full model trident gantry. Well, actually the models are imported, but you can see it there, trident gantry with the umbilical guide. I still have a couple of things to figure out there, but this is what I used to do for CAD, right? So I'm kind of struggling here, but we'll see. We can make it work. Something else that's kind of insane here, or like at least interesting. Let me see if I can actually put this in. No, let's put it in rendered state. I haven't talked about this all that much yet, but this is actually the planning layout and everything else for the pick and place machine. By the way, that pick and place machine is already built. That is already built. We need to rebuild that, so that's coming up as well. But all the design, the case measurements I did in here, and if you want to see it, let me see here. Let me see if I can show you this properly. Here it is. And it is working. It needs a rebuild, it needs a realignment, but there's the pick and place. That's one of the toys we're going to play with. But and this whole case was designed in Blender, and then painfully, the acrylic in the front at least was painfully bent in one hell of a gas lighter operation to conform to this. But yeah, that's something that's coming up as well. And all that was done basically here in Blender, so that's why I'm really struggling right now to understand this fusion thing, because I know how to move things, I know how to do things here, and it seems so cumbersome to do in Fusion. I may need to wrap my head around it. Until I do though, if you watch this past the fact, or if you were here and just didn't say hello, thanks so much. If you have any comments about how stupid I was doing this, what I need to do better, what I didn't understand at all, why my frickin' splines didn't work, or what an airhead I am to not even once look at my print and why my print is failing, put it in the comments. Put it right there. If you liked what you saw, give us a like. If you didn't like what you saw, give us a dislike. I don't mind. Any feedback's better than none. Yeah, share, subscribe, all the things. And next thing that's coming up is on Saturday, the hopefully repair and then tuning, not just the tuning anymore, of the input shaper side of our little printer here. I think it has about 10 hours on it now, so it's not ideal. I was actually going to print all week, or at least most of the week, but I guess that's out of the question now. So we're just gonna run input shaper, then there should be settled enough now, and then we should be good. In the meantime, I'll see you Saturday, and yeah, thanks for playing.